How's everybody doing? It's me, Scott Bowerman, the Fly Guy, Daiichi Pro Tire. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to tie perfect eggs all the time. It's kind of a no-brainer. It's foolproof process. And they stay on the hook, unlike a pom-pom that you might slide around the bend and put on there. So let me get started. This is what they're going to look like when they're done. This is a size 8 egg. I'm going to put a hook in our vise. We want our hook shank to be parallel to our working surface. And what we're going to use is McFly Foam in steelhead orange. This is just how it is when you buy it off the shelf. So we're going to do it right from scratch. I am going to pop the staple out, take it out of the bag, and that's what it'll look like. You open it, there you have it. You can see they're all individual hanks there. There'll be 15 of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it. You'll be able to hear it if that the fibers are kind of pulling apart. And now you can really see them separated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one piece. Let me get a second piece. 2 piece. Now I'm going to keep doing this till the pack's used up, but I'm only going to use 2 pieces right now. So what I got, I'm going to take 1 piece. I'm going to lean back so you can see it. Stretch it. Okay. I'm just going to roll it in my fingers a little bit, and what that's doing, that's putting those little fibers back into it that everybody hates because they stick on your finger. So that's what it kind of looks like now. I'm going to step back or sit back and roll it on my pant leg. Not a difficult task. Now look how small it is. And it's much longer. You can see the difference. Okay, we're going to repeat that with this piece. We're going to stretch it, roll it in our fingers. You know, and the nice thing about McFly Foam is there's like 50 different colors of it. You know, and it's not just for eggs. You can make crab bodies out of it. Okay, I'm going to roll this one as I'm running my mouth. Crab bodies. If you've ever fished for tarpon and used a tarpon toad, you can use the McFly Foam for as a substitute for the EP fibers that are on a tarpon toad. I mean, the stuff has so many uses, it's insane. Okay, here's my 2 pieces of McFly Foam right there. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to square up the end. It doesn't really need it, but it's just something I do. I'm going to cut 2 pieces. I'm going to make... I'm going to do that a few times. And then I'm going to repeat with just a little bit longer pieces. And the reason I do a little bit longer pieces on the opposite side is to accommodate the bottom of the hook for clearance to avoid the point. So what I got now is we need a blood dot. Okay, here's red McFly Foam. And again, I'm just going to stretch it. This is 1 piece of McFly Foam. I'm going to stretch it. And now I'm going to separate it as close as I can to being in half. I'm going to do this just like I did the orange. I'm going to stretch it, roll it in my fingers to kind of push those fibers in. I tie tens of thousands of eggs annually with this process. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to roll this on my leg. And this is going to be our blood dot. Now look at how small of a diameter that is. You could even use this process right here to tie size 16 eggs. So we're just going to cut some of these for our blood dot. Alright, what we got now is we got our hook, and this is just a size 8 egg hook. We're using a gel spun thread, 100 denier Vivas, and I'm going to start my thread right behind the hook guy, wrap it right down the hook shank until I get to the point. And you can see that the thread is pretty flat, so what I'm going to do is give it a spin until it's tight up here by the hook. And now I'm going to wrap a ball. And the reason I give it a spin is to make it so it's easier to wrap that little ball. And then I'm going to bring my thread right in front. I think you can see the ball. Yeah, you can see it. And I'm going to get 2 of these longer pieces, and I'm going to put one on each side of the working thread on the bottom of the hook shank. I'm going to go over, over again, pull it down. You can see they're on the bottom of the hook, and there's one on each side. And now I've got 2 of these shorter ones right there. I'm just going to set those there. I usually, whoops. And I got a piece of that red. I'm going to get these 2 shorter ones and put that piece of red right on top, like a hot dog on a bun. Set it on the top, and I'm going to go over, over again, and then cinch down. So we've got our 2 pieces on top with our red, 2 pieces on the bottom. And what I'm going to do is, you got these 2 bottom ones, I'm going to wind up bringing the thread up between those. So I'm going to draw it down. Whoops, not yet. Let me hold on to it. I'm going to pull everything back gently and then hold it tight, pull straight down, come up between those 2 pieces, and then wrap in front. And now I'm going to get my half hitch tool, and I'm going to do a double half hitch, slide it off, a second double half hitch, slide it off, cut my thread. We've got our pieces on top and our pieces on the bottom, just like that and just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these very tight. I'm going to put my scissors underneath, and I'm going to go about 1/8 of an inch down from the hook shank, make 1 cut. I'm going to pull straight up, put my scissors there, slide up about 1/8 of an inch, make 1 cut. Fluff it with my fingers, and there is a round egg with a blood dot. It don't get any easier than this process. And I'm going to tie a couple real quick, just to show you how quick and easy they go. Start our thread, wrap it right down the hook shank. I'm going to give my thread a spin till it gets tight. wrap a little ball of thread, and that little ball of thread prevents your egg from sliding around the bend while you're either false casting, pulling it out of the tree, fighting a fish, pulling it out of the rocks. You know, your fly sometimes doesn't always do what you want it to do, so you want that egg to stay right where it's supposed to. And by putting that little ball of thread there, that helps keep your egg in a stationary position while you're fishing. You know, because everybody who's fly fished, if they haven't gotten their fly in a tree, well, they probably fish out of a boat and out in the middle of a river. So, you know, it's a pretty simple process. We just pull straight up, straight down, about an 1/8 inch from the hook, cut, pull straight up, about an 1/8 inch from the hook, cut, fluff with your fingers, and there's a round egg. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Put our hook in our jaws. Make sure you've got it located good and tight. I'm going to wrap a thread base right down the hook shank to the point. Give my thread a spin so I can make that ball of thread. I try to do right now at least 4 dozen eggs a day for the next month, and that's still not going to be enough. Working on eggs right now for shows. Here's our blood dot. We'll set that right on the top, over again, cinch down, pull tight, wrap in front, double half hitch, and a second double half hitch, pop our thread, pull down on our 4 pieces, pull up on our 4 pieces, about an 1/8 of an inch from the hook shank, cut, pull up, about an 1/8 of an inch from the hook shank, cut, fluff with our fingers, and there you have a round egg with a blood dot. I hope this helps you tie your own eggs. McFly Foam is the stuff to use. Comes in about 50 different colors, and have fun. Good luck tying. Don't cut your fingers. Don't poke your fingers. I'm Scott Bowerman, the Fly Guy, Daiichi Pro Tire. Have a safe day. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.